Yeah, Jaguars defensive end Dante Fowler is hoping to make a good impression this year in hopes of future earnings. And now he's going to have to do it in just 15 games. The league has announced that Fowler has been suspended for the first game of the regular season for violating the league's personal conduct policy. It's important to note there have been no reports on any recent off-field incidents for Fowler. While the NFL did not specify, the suspension could be discipline related to the events of last year's offseason. Jaguars Senior Vice President Tom Coughlin said, quote, "We'll work to get Dante ready to play when he is able to return," end quote. With Fowler suspended for one game, he'll miss the Jaguars' regular season opener against the New York Giants in the Meadowlands. The former number 3 overall pick entering a contract year as the Jaguars declined to pick up the 5th-year option on his rookie deal. Back to you.
All right, Brian, thank you.